Hello and welcome to week 5. We are halfway in PA122, and so that means that the only thing that you have due this week is your midterm exam. And so I wanted to go over with you review of what you've already learned and some things that you'll just take notes on to look back in your chapters that you've gone over and read this far and to really study on because those questions are on the midterm. So just a quick overview. The midterm is 70 questions worth 2.5 points apiece, and it is a total of 175 points. So this is a very good chunk of your grade, actually over 50% of your grade. So I want to make sure that you get a really good grade on this midterm exam. You have 4 hours to complete, so I want to make sure that you do take your time when you're going through this midterm exam so that you can really get your answers correct and that you submit it in a timely fashion. The other thing before we do a quick review is that you have a week 5 survey as well due this week. It is 10 bonus points that you get for just completing that survey. So when you're done, just email me and let me know that you've done that and you will get 10 extra credit points. All right, so let's do a quick review of what will be on your midterm exam. Remember, anything that you have read up to this point you will be quizzed on or tested on. So make sure you go back through your syllabus and look at the chapters that we've already read. I'm not saying reread every single chapter, and that's why I'm giving you these points to really look back on some of the things that we have studied and some of the things that they're going to ask you about. Going through your exam, I noticed there are some questions about USP 797. Make sure that you know what that law entails and all the little details with that. They are talking a lot about long-term care pharmacy. We studied a lot about that just recently in your lectures. So make sure you look back in that chapter and reread about long-term care pharmacy, what it entails, what the pharmacy technician does, what the pharmacist does. All of that good stuff about bubble packs, single dose packs, that kind of stuff. You will be tested on insurance and Medicare, so make sure that you know a little bit about that. You will be tested on TPNs, total parental nutrition, like what elements are found in them, how do we give them, who can give them, where do we give them, that kind of stuff. Home infusion therapies, we talked about this as a pharmacy that you could work in a home infusion pharmacy. And so what kind of things can be home infused? What kind of pumps do we loan out to help with that? So make sure that you look at that. And then what are the duties of the pharmacy technician at the home infusion pharmacy? Remember, we talked about sterilization and making sure that you can gown and garb and gown up, and so that you'll need to know about aseptic technique, that kind of stuff. Along with that is the PEG tubes. Those are things that you can have in the home infusion therapy pharmacy as well. Different laws are scattered within there, so make sure that you know about that. And beyond use dates, this keeps coming up as how long can you store this, how long will this be good for, so on and so forth. So make sure that you look at that, like how long will medication be good in a bubble pack? How long is a medication good in the refrigerator? So just make sure that you kind of look back within there and study that. There, remember, we are in your pharmacy practice book. There was, I think, chapter 1, 5, and 7. I'm not for sure. Look at your syllabus. But maybe just cue through those really quickly, just to skim to make sure that you know what's going on. And you can look back and say, oh, yes, I remember this. Yes, I remember that. You can even go back and look at your quizzes because there could be some questions that we pull from those quizzes to put on your midterm exam. That would be an easy way to do that, or even on your assignments. Make sure that you study the ones that you got wrong, and then you can get those right on your midterm exam. So If you have any questions, please let me know. This is not due until Sunday of next week. Remember, next week we are in week 6, so we'll look for that. And I hope you have a really great week. Talk to you soon.